Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is March 3rd, and our reading is The Prime Directive. Spock: Captain, our prime directive of non-interference. Kirk, interrupting. That refers to a living, growing culture. And that's from Star Trek Season 1, Episode 21, that was aired 9 February 1967. Starfleet General Order 1 prohibits Starfleet and the Federation from interfering with the unalienable right of every sentient species to live as they choose. The only exception is if Starfleet is acting to correct earlier interference with said culture, a good intentions loophole big enough to drive 6 decades of stories through. Yeah, but is the constant companion of efforts to manipulate and control others. The excuses we give for kibitzing might make for entertaining drama, but in real life, it always comes down to substituting our preferences for the prerogatives of others. We have no right. I guess it depends on how you define your terms. Living, growing culture, sentient species, and like that. And that's really the problem. Some groups, some people, look at other groups and people and see them as being deplorable or hopeless or benighted or so lost in their delusions that they're not really people when you think about it. You know, I don't know if you could really call them people, is the tenor of the conversation, and this is a problem. We live in a world with a lot of people who believe a lot of different things, and if it's the right of one group of people to interfere with that other group of people, no matter what, just helping out, don't you know, then we've got problems. And I don't think that it takes much of a trip into the internet or the television or a newspaper to see just how big those problems can be. We keep going back to this. We're supposed to mind our side of the street. We are supposed to mind our own business, keep our hands to ourselves, and not be jerks. That's our prime directive. Anyway, the first season of Star Trek started in 1967, a year after the publication of The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. So there were a lot of very supple, wonderful minds floating around back in those days, thinking about how should we act towards one another? How should we organize ourselves as a society, both at the local level and at the national level, regional level, and at the world level, so that we can take care of one another in a way that's going to work out best for us all. And somewhere along the line, we have shifted. Some people blame the Vietnam War for the loss of innocence in America, and maybe that's so. What do I know? It could be. It could be that the assassination of Kennedy and both Kennedys and Martin Luther King ended our innocence. Who knows? I guess it all played a part, huh? Let's mind our own business and keep our hands to ourselves. What do you say? So happy trails to you until we meet again.